What is up? MLK Day. Happy MLK Day, January 16th. What an exciting weekend of games. Let's just get right into it. Um, Baltimore, Cincinnati. Me and my son watched the game. He's a diehard Raven fan, Lamar fan. It was it was unbelievable watching it while it happened. I couldn't like you were just stuck in the moment watching that play while he was running. Everything was like slow motion and you were in awe of what just happened. It reminded me of the Super Bowl, Arizona and Pittsburgh, when Arizona was about to score and Harrison ran it back in. It was sort of like that, but not really, because that was at the end of the first half. This was Baltimore going to score to take the lead, an underdog on the road. And what a terrible play call. You're 2 yards out. 2 yards out, and you dive over the top. I could see if you were a half a yard, you do that play. But I said it the other day in one of my other videos. It's going to come down to like a fourth down, and there's going to be a call that's going to be that's going to that's going to be crucial. The play calling in the red zone for Baltimore is terrible. Absolutely. When Huntley didn't score on that run, I remember I looked at my son. I said he needed to score there. He needed to score right there because this is going to get dicey now in the goal line. Um, I was worried the whole time. The whole time when he didn't score, Huntley didn't score. They're at the 2, 3 yard line. Or just hand the ball off. Hand it off 4 times, or kick a field goal. You're up by 3. Your defense is playing great. Since he gets the ball back, you stop them. They get a field goal, tie game. You get the ball back with like 6 minutes left. You drove like you did. You end the game with a field goal to win the game. In all. And then the last play, when he threw it up in the air, Prochet was right there. He was close. I remember in one of those Super Bowls with New England when Brady threw it up and Gronkowski was kind of close, but not too close. He was close, but Prochet was closer on this play of catching that. I think it grazed his fingertips. It definitely he had a chance. He had a chance. And of course, with Lamar, everyone says they would have won. I believe they would have won with Lamar on the field. Would have been the same type of game. Same type of game. Probably a little bit closer, 3 point game. Um, I hope Lamar signs. I hope Lamar signs with the Ravens. This is bad, man. This is really bad, especially for the fans. What are we gonna do? They had a chance to win the game. They actually had a chance to win. And that's why I said to my son, "Hey, at least it's a good game. At least they're in it to the end. At least it's not a blowout like the college game where by halftime it's over with. Um, at least it was close until the end. But it's like okay, it's close to the end, but they could have won. So now it's like, man, you wish it was a blowout. Because they captivate you, they get you to the end, and then they lose. Um, what play calling? What was that dive? What was that? Who came up with that call? And Harbaugh, he signed off on it. Maybe they thought they were closer to the goal line. I mean, Huntley's not a tall guy. I mean, you get someone tall, I guess that would work. But at the point where you're stretching, would that have been a fumble if the guy didn't catch it? Because he caught it. It never hit the ground. He caught it. I mean, Huntley should have stretched and brought it back in. Or went underneath. Or handed off to Dobbins. Dobbins was a beast, man. Dobbins was a beast yesterday. Barkley was a beast yesterday. Both of them, two players had something to prove yesterday. And Dobbins ran with a purpose yesterday. And Barkley ran with a purpose yesterday. The Giants continued to go to Barkley. The Ravens didn't. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I can't believe it. See, when you play good teams like that, it's those plays that make you or break you. If you're um, the underdog, you can't lose out on those plays. You gotta take advantage of those plays. You just have to, especially if you're the underdog, because the good teams could get away with a couple mistakes or going down by a touchdown. They could come back. The Ravens, they couldn't. I just don't know. It's my son's birthday tomorrow. They've been losing the last couple of years around his birthday. Well, I said, at least, you made it. It's nice to at least watch your team play an extra week of football. I'm a Bronco fan, so I had a rough year. So the Ravens now, the whole storyline is going to be Lamar. Just offer him 200 guaranteed. I know they offered him like 130, something like that. Just get him signed, man. They have a good defense. I like their defense. They got stars in their defense. I mean, I know Campbell probably won't be back, but they'll get a young stud in his position, might be a little bit faster. And Humphreys is starting to get a little. Man, I still like their defense. Hamilton's just going to get better. Peters probably has another year left in him. Houston, Queen, Smith. They have a good defense. In the moment watching that play, it was just, I was in awe. And then Andrews was running for his life. He got pushed in the back, sort of in the back. I mean, they could have called a flag on that. If it was in Baltimore, they probably would have called a flag. They would have threw a flag. I don't see them throwing the flag in Cincinnati in that play. Andrews almost got him, though. If Andrews gets him, they stop him, maybe field goal. And now they go down like they did. They kick a field goal. We're going to overtime. Their defense was playing well enough. Now, on the other hand, Minnesota's defense was ridiculous. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. They were terrible. Now, I know their defense wasn't that good, but I didn't realize it was that bad. I think this was Peterson's last year. I think Peterson's all done. I mean, he still hustles, but they need to pick up some defensive players in the draft. They need to make some trades. Minnesota. The Giants are a tough, gritty team. The first game of the season, they went for 2 to win the game. When they played Baltimore, I watched them. They're a tough team. They play hard. They play hard for their coach. When you have a team that plays hard for their coach, man, that's awesome. Now, do they beat the Eagles this week? I don't know. It's going to probably be a close game. Division rivals. I see it being a close game. Eagles are at home. They'll probably get a break on the calls. Just got to keep on going to Barkley. Daniel Jones is a sneaky good runner. Sneaky good runner. He was running wherever he wanted yesterday. They had, I don't know, did they put a spy on him? They had to do something. Miami played tough. Man, always comes down to a couple plays, and the whole playoff picture could be different. Miami could be in. Baltimore, the Chargers blew their lead. That was ridiculous. Even without Mike, you don't have Mike Williams and you're up 27-9. You can't blame that one on. Well, you can blame the coach, but I mean their defense just let them down. I mean the defense started out playing good. That's football. That's why we love it. That's why we love it. What a great call on 4th and 1 to ETN. See, that's what Baltimore should have done. A play like that. Or you got Ricard, the 300-pound fullback. You pass on the first down. You pass. Just run it 3 times. You could get 2 yards. I just think they need to get rid of Harbaugh. I mean, he's a good coach. Just get rid of him. Get rid of Harbaugh. Sign Lamar. Or at least get rid of their offensive coordinator. You got to get rid of Greg Roman. He's not a bad offensive coordinator. It's just there's critical plays in the game they just mess up on. And they're not good in the red zone. I knew it. When Huntley didn't score, I'm like, this is gonna be bad. You know, they need those. Baltimore needs those big breakout plays, like the touchdown to Demarcus Robinson. Those are the plays they need. They barely scored with Dobbins on that stretch play. You can't give the ball away on the goal line. A tie game with 11 minutes left. You cannot give the ball away. Why these professional coaches, they're not thinking that at that moment? Okay, let's not pick a play where there's a chance we could lose the ball. You know, when I'm playing Madden, okay, and it's first down and I run for like 6 yards and it's 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. Um, I don't run a play that's going to make me lose yards, you know, or the chance to lose yards, you know, to where if I run like a shovel back pass or a pitch and I lose 3 yards, now it's 3rd and 7 now, and it was just 2nd and 4. Just stuff like that, just like little things like that. You cannot give the ball away. And you didn't even pass. It's not like it was interception or a tip. You stretch the ball out so someone can knock it out of your hands. And he thought that was a good idea when the play came in. This isn't any given Sunday when the guy at the end he's thinking about running, and then it goes to like the old clip of the coach playing football back in the heyday, and he like stretches for the ball, stretches for the end zone, and he scores, and everyone's going crazy. That's what was probably going through his head. Oh, this is it. This is my moment. The Superman, 2 yards away. He give it. Imagine if he was 5 yards away and he did that. He tried stretching. That's what it was like. It was like they were like 5 yards away when he was trying to stretch. And then he thought he got in. And now all of a sudden, me and my son are watching the game. We thought he got in. Huntley's doing the stretch thing that he got in. It's a touchdown. I'm like, oh, wait a second. Maybe he got in. And then we looked. He was like a half a yard. He was like a yard away. He was even close. I've had enough of Harbaugh after the games. I really have. Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. I still gotta watch videos of it and torture myself. So now you got the Bengals and the Buffalo, and the Bengals will probably beat them. And they were almost beat. And watch, they'll make it all the way to the end again. And then Ravens fans will be like, we almost beat a team that made it all the way. You know what? It comes down to a few plays. I hope Buffalo wins. Jacksonville, Kansas City. Hopefully that's a good game. You just want good games so you can watch it. You know? The worst is watching a blowout. I guess if you bet on the game and your team's winning and blowing them out, but when you're just watching without betting, you want a close game. You want a good game. You don't want the game to end. You want to go back and forth until your team wins. It's like a good movie that keeps you, engaged until the end. So Jacksonville, Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Buffalo, AFC Championship. Jacksonville. It'd be nice to see Jacksonville make it in. You always want a sleeper team to make it in. Oh, Nick Wright's going to be so happy. Both of his Prince and Mahomes. Of course, he's going to be rooting for Kansas City, but he can't lose on this. Nick Wright can't lose. Jacksonville, Buffalo. I don't think they played this year. Jacksonville, Cincinnati. That'd be a good game. All right, so Kansas City, Jacksonville. I like to see Jacksonville, Buffalo, AFC Championship. And then we have on the NFC side, but we still got Dallas, Tampa Bay tonight. I think Dallas should win tonight. You got Giants, Philly, and if Dallas wins, you have Dallas, San Fran. That's a good game, Dallas, San Fran. San Fran wins. Philly wins. So we say you got Philly, San Fran in Philadelphia. And you have Jacksonville going to Buffalo. And then I would go Buffalo, San Fran, Super Bowl. That's a good Super Bowl. That's a good Super Bowl. Maybe the Prince gets Jacksonville all the way there. That'd be a good story. I'm going to root for Jacksonville. I think my son's rooting for Jacksonville too. Probably Mahomes and Allen. I mean, San Fran got a good team. Everyone's just waiting for Brock to break down. He's 6-0. The first game was telling. That game, he started off a little shaky, but then once he got into it, he got into a groove. He made the plays to the playmakers, Debo, McCaffrey. That's all you had to do. To Kittle. I can see San Fran win the Super Bowl this year. They don't make mistakes like Buffalo makes. Yeah, that'd be a good Super Bowl. I mean, Baltimore, man, they could have rode their defense to the championship game, I think. And they were down 9-0 too, Baltimore. And they came back. That's football for you. I wonder how healthy Hurts is, though, for Philly. The Giants could pull it out, man. I'm surprised. I thought Minnesota was going to beat up on the Giants. I thought their offense was too good. Oh, I mean, their offense was good, but their defense was bad. Bad, but bad, bad. I didn't realize how bad their defense was. Oh, ginger ale. They got to make some moves this offseason. All right, so tonight we got Dallas, We got Tampa Bay. I like Dallas. And then big week next week. What else? Lakers got beat last night. Did anybody see the last play of the game or Westbrook? If I was LeBron, I would have ran up to him, just grabbed the ball out of his hands. I would just grabbed it and shot it. Me and my son put the game on. So Ravens lost on a ridiculous play at the end. 2 times the Ravens on that Superman across the goal line in the last play of the game where it almost hits his fingertips. And then the Lakers, we're watching the Laker game, and Russell gets the ball 8 seconds. I would have called the timeout or grabbed the ball out of Russell's hands. I mean, Russell still has that quick step, but it's not like the old Russ, the back in the day Russ, where he could take you off the dribble. That was terrible. We're both, me and my son are looking at each other like, what the hell is going on? And then we start to watch the repeat, the UConn game. UConn played last night, St. John's. And Hawkins for UConn is a beast. I haven't watched a full UConn game this year, but that kid was on fire last night. And then they lost by 11. Thanks, bud. They lost by 11 points to St. John's. We're watching the game. We didn't realize it was a repeat. And then I saw the score at the bottom, and they got beat. And they were up by 6 or whatever, at 1.8. I mean that's nothing, but it looked like they were going to win. Watching the kid Hawkins go off, he's a good player. And then we watched Xavier last night. They're a good team this year. They played Marquette. They won by 4, I believe. So we watched a little college basketball. Start getting into that now. Because now what you got football, but there's no Thursday night games. So the NBA is going to get a bump in viewership. Baseball, there's going to be more talk about baseball coming up. We're not big into soccer. I mean, my kids got into the World Cup. I mean, everyone gets into the World Cup, but yeah, so there's gonna be more basketball now, baseball preseason. The best time of the year when you have all the sports at once. When you got football. When is that? You got football, baseball, and basketball. I think that's in October. The end of October. Yeah, because basketball starts the end of October, mid October, and you got baseball playoffs on, and you got football. That's the best time of the year. All the sports are on. You don't know what to do with yourself. There's a game on every night. That's a fun time of year. So right now you just gotta wait. You gotta watch all the sports shows. And then the weekend comes and then it goes. It goes by so fast. I can't believe football's almost over. I mean, it kind of helps during the winter. It makes the winter go fast. When you got football. But man, when football ends, it's like, okay. All right. Gotta wait another year. I'm a Denver fan, so we have a lot to do to get better next year. I wonder if they get Sean Payton. I love Denver to get Sean Payton. Hopefully Russ has a bounce back year next year. But LeBron hit 38,000 last night. Congrats to him. You know, barring an injury, he's going to break the record sometime February, I believe. The first week in February, he'll probably break it. I mean, if I was him, I'd probably break it when I have a game in Los Angeles. If he was like 20 points away and he was playing away, I would sit out until the home game. Imagine if he's like 10, 20 points away and he gets hurt. Oh, that'd be the worst. Nah, knock on wood for that one. But he's going to break the record. Assist, he's going to be top 5 all time in assist. Just think about that. Top in points and then top 5 in assist. He'll be in the top 20 or 30 for rebounds when it's all done. 100 years from now, when you look at the record books and people have debates, like even like 200 years from now, the record books, you look at them, you're going to say, oh, who was the best player in the last whatever amount of years? You're going to see LeBron James, number 1 for points. Oh, LeBron, he must have been he must score a lot of points. He must have been really good. And then you look down the assist line. You say LeBron James he's number 4 for assist. Oh crap. Then you look at rebounds. You look, oh, he was in the top 30 for rebounds too. And you're gonna look at all the other players and see where they rank. Where was Kareem on assist? He's not even around there. You know what I mean? And we take people for granted. We take these players for granted. You know. I did that with Kobe. I wasn't a big Kobe fan early on, but as I got to watch Kobe more and more and more, it was he was special. Kobe was definitely special watching him play, and I wish I watched him more when he first started. I remember when Jordan left the NBA, I didn't really know who to like. I was a Bulls fan, but when Jordan left the Bulls, I was lost. I'm like, I really don't like the Bulls anymore. So I started rooting for I like KD and Marbury when they teamed up, but I really didn't like Minnesota too much. Then AI, I kind of like Philly with AI, and then LeBron came, and after his first couple of years, and I started rooting for him. I was a D Wade fan, but I think when LeBron's gone, I'm gonna root for. I follow Ja Morant. In basketball, I follow the player. It's not like football. I root for the team, or baseball. I root for the team. Basketball, it's like I find a player I like, and then I root for his team. All right. Well, that's about it for today. I'll see you guys later, right? All right. Peace out.